Hey guys, and welcome back to another Take a Peek episode. Last time we took a peek at Audiosurf, and now we're looking at the new and improved Audiosurf 2. Now this is still in early access. It still has some incomplete features, but for the most part the game is pretty well put together. It's not as user-friendly as Audiosurf 1, but it has a lot more content in it. So right off the bat, you can already see the song of the day. You get free songs that you can look at. You can just play it, or you can get mods that work for it. We'll go into the mods a little bit later. This game is Steam Workshop compatible, so if you want something to happen in Audiosurf 2, chances are you can make it, or someone has already made it for you. So the most popular songs right now. A lot of Hamster Alliance, but this is also a game sponsored by Hamster Alliance. Again, going back to thank you, Hamster Alliance, for allowing me to put your musics in my videos. So, audio mashup seems pretty popular. Not a huge fan of it myself. But first before we get into any game modes, before we get into any super gameplay, by the way, it's really cool. We're going to look at some skins. So, you can get skins on the workshop, and there are a ton of skins on the workshop. Again, I can't show it to you because I don't have Steam loaded, but there are a buttload of skins on workshop. From Mario, to Green World, to whatever. Red Carpet. I mean, come on, there's everything. I have Sandstorm and Classic. It comes with Stadium and Neon as well. You can just look at your actual songs and then go from there. Just go up and up, up. We're in Steam. So this is actually deep within the Steam files where the songs are being kept this time. The songs that came with the game. There are some, but most of it you're going to be looking for the free stuff that you see here, Song of the Day. So, game modes. This is where things get interesting. I'm going to show you my favorite last. We're going to start with the Audiosphere. It's weird. It's like Super Hexagon, I believe is what the game is called. It's really weird. We're gonna open that up. We're gonna go with Beatalicious, and start off with Rupture. I'm gonna be playing these 4 Hamster Alliance songs quite a bit here, so we're gonna show right off what this is. So play with arrow keys or gamepad, dodge the meteors. This is still early access. They're still working on this game mode, so there's nothing really to display here yet, nothing really for the background. It's still pretty raw. This is not the Audiosurf you know. We have audio? A little bit. Make sure that audio's coming through. Here we go. Audio's coming through a little bit. It'll pick up a little bit here soon. It's pretty quiet right now. Well, I stopped paying attention. Okay, so obviously you have to dodge all these meteors. The small meteors, the medium meteors, and then the giant things. And all you can do is you're this little arrow down here in the bottom, moving up to the top now. Do this little white thing. And you have to dodge on your little planetoid thing. I don't even know what to call like any of this. It's really weird. Every time you get hit by a meteor, you lose 100 points. You start with 10,000 and all you can do is go down from there. You can see Fast Penguin has a whopping 9,900 points. That's pretty impressive. They've only made 1 mistake. I've made 3, but I'm also talking and not paying much attention. Because, you know, excuses, right? Everyone's got to have excuses. So, as the song speeds up, the mode speeds up. And the number of meteors also increases. So, you can already see the colors have changed. And it's coming in fast. It's going to hit another slow spot here in just a few moments. My goodness. I'm just making all sorts of mistakes right now. There are ways through this, and I am screwing up. Like that. See? That's how you get through stuff like that, and I'm just screwing up. Okay, here's where it's going to slow back down. All of a sudden, slow-mo. There's a mod on the Steam Workshop that actually changes this mode dramatically. It makes the game pulse with the music. It speeds up the meteors as they're coming in, and it gets a lot closer to the actual 3D hexagon game. It doesn't work for Audiosurf, though, because one simple factor. Audiosurf is... These meteors are not coming in the same way that 3D hexagon comes in. The way 3D hexagon comes in is there's always a way out, and it's always clear. It may be on the other side, but it's always clear and you can always get to it. When you speed the game up and you add pulsing, it makes it more difficult to reach those narrow gaps that are supposed to exist. While there may be more narrow gaps in Audiosurf, they are much narrower. If you've ever played the two games, you can tell these gaps are much, much narrower than what you see in 3D hexagon. So, waiting for it, you can see on the top left that there's still a mini-map up there, just like Audiosurf 1, same type of mini-map. See, we're going to reach one more speedy section as we rush to the end, and it's going to get chaotic again. In fact, last time when I played this song, it was a living nightmare when I got to the very end. It was much harder than I had expected and much harder than I had prepared for. You can see the speed coming in right now from the edge. Here we go. You can hear it speeding up, the song speeding up. Oh my goodness. Ah! No! Okay. That was my bad. I should have waited. Okay, freedom. This way. This way. Ah! This way. They're everywhere! This is, again, it picks up. It gets harder. The faster the pace of the song, the harder it gets. You know, I'm making a lot of mistakes here, but that was very doable. I saw outs. I just didn't get there in time. So, Fast Penguin ended up making 10 mistakes. I made 15. You know, it happens. So we gotta wait for it to finish. It gets, takes a minute. The song has to finish. And here we go. I'm gonna up Audiosurf actually another 5 so you guys can hear the music better. So that is the very first mode. It's still experimental. That's Audiosphere. Pusher is the same as the pusher from Audiosurf 1. I'm not going to show that to you guys. It's simple. It's easy. Audio mashup, it doesn't quite work yet. It's definitely an experiment. It looks like it'll be really cool one day, but when I tested it, it just didn't run for me. So we're going to skip audio mashup. Again, mods all on the Steam Workshop. You can change your game dramatically. Like, I'm not even kidding. Dramatically. Go into mono. So you can choose your 4 skins. We're going to go classic Audiosurf. Show you guys what that looks like. Again, we're going to stick with Rupture. Want to show you guys a consistent song that I think is a pretty good song. But that also really shows how each of the different game modes really applies to music in this game. Other songs work just fine. Plenty of people play them. But this is just as a control so you guys can see it. So, top right, you can see people that are playing with me live right now, the same song, the same mode. So this is your standard, your mono. You just grab the colored blocks and you avoid, well, you'll see what you avoid here. There you go. You avoid those spikes. Sometimes they'll be rhythm. Sometimes they will be circles. But just as with mono, you always avoid those. So you can see a huge one coming up top. Nice, big, long line. You may be tempted to grab that. As far as I can tell, don't. Items have been actually removed from this game. So you saw basically the entire grid filled up after I hit that one really big round object. That is what replaces items in this game. So you remember in the Audiosurf 1 playthrough, I showed how to use Vegas. Vegas brings all the items into the game randomly. You can see with Audiosurf 2, that's not the case. It's much more simplified. It's about hitting the blocks, writing the music, listening to the music, and ultimately, the items have been removed. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. The items were unnecessary. Especially when you look at what they've done with Audiosurf 2. It looks pretty, and it's very cool. So as you go faster, you can see the vehicle gets bigger in size, the engine trail gets bigger. Signify you're going faster. When you go uphill, much, much smaller. And again, as with Audiosurf games, you always have that color distinction. Red hot fast, white hot fast, blues and greens for much colder, much slower times. Ooh, that was close. Another neat feature of what's happened in Audiosurf 2 is, I'm sure you've already noticed this, but there are much more twists and turns in the tracks, much more ups and downs. It's a busier game by a wide margin, and I think that adds a special element to the game. For some people, it'll cause a lot of motion sickness, and I haven't figured out a way to really turn off the flipping upside down, the corkscrews, the hard lefts and rights. I haven't figured out how to turn that off yet. Maybe it's not available right now. If enough people request it, it could become a feature to make it simpler. But as it stands, the game is busier, for sure. Going back to what I said back in Audiosurf 1, remember that I mentioned that I prefer the black skin over all the other skins that were offered in the game, all 4 skins. Remember, the Steam Workshop is a part of this game. Like I said, you guys can pick up skins, you can make the game look like whatever you want. I could be on red carpet right now, I could be on an ocean, I could be on a sky bridge. Whatever I want to be. It's remarkable what you can do with the editor in this game. So looking ahead, we have another corkscrew. Actually, I didn't even look like a corkscrew. It looks like a full-out loop-de-loop. Oh goodness, here we go. Get ready. All of you that might get motion sick, it's gonna happen. Makes it much harder to play too, because you don't get to see ahead. Oh my goodness, the colors. All the orange! Okay, here we go. Oh, buddy. Can I get it perfect? I've never gotten a perfect before. Can I do it live-ish? Can I do it pre-recorded? But with live commentary. That looks like I did. And, oh, TGR beat us by just 210 points. TGR, if you're watching, well played, sir. Or ma'am, or person. Perhaps alien. Some sort of stone construct. Well played, TGR. Global TGR just beat me. And out of all my friends, I am one of the few that plays this. Oddly enough, I'm the only friend that has played this, which means Hamster Alliance himself does not play his own songs. Keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this game. He makes great music, but apparently he doesn't play his own, which I can understand. So, now I'm going to show you... Oh man, it really is a toss-up between Audio Sprint and Wakeboard Grid. I love them both. They're both awesome. But I'm going to end with Audio Sprint and show you guys Wakeboard Grid because it really is so very cool. We're going to go into Sandstorm here, which I think is a pretty awesome one, and go into Rupture again, show you guys the exact same song, show you how the game adapts to the different game modes with the same music. Okay, here we go. It only took about 20 seconds to load, but I figure I can cut that part out. Alright, Boris, Breadfan, and Corgi. I'm seeing Corgi actually quite a bit recently. Corgi likes this song. So again, you have your black buoys, you want to avoid those, and you have your blocks that you want to pick up. These blocks add to your multipliers. You see the multiplier right there, 1, 8, 1, 9, 2, 2, 1, and oh, made it just in time. But we're gonna lose the multiplier. We're at 3, no, we're gone. You can see I'm a robot, and I am wakeboarding, more or less. I'm being pulled along by 2 jet skis on the side. And the objective, well, you'll see that here in just a second. Do tricks with your multiplier. You get as high a points value as you can. So the way you do tricks, well, the game actually has a really great tutorial on this, and they make you do the tutorial before you play this, so I won't spoil the tutorial for you. But it's pretty straightforward. You take your surfboard, you're riding along the waves. As the music speeds up, go to the edge. Just go to the edge where all the waves are and catch some air. Oh my goodness, that was a little close. Oh. Trying to show you guys the one last trick. There are a ton of tricks in this. Well, not a ton. There are 1, 2, 3, what, 4 tricks? I think there's 4 tricks. Collecting these blocks by themselves really is not a good source of income. You need to get some air, and I've done a very poor job of showing that, actually. Because you can get a lot of air in this song. I screwed up one of them, one of the jumps that I could do. Really screwed it up. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the other trick I wanted to show. Here we go. If you get stuck behind those black buoys, you can just jump over them. If you really want to, you can ride first person, but really no need. You can see my personal best. I am a far cry away from my personal best at this point in the track. Your personal best, I believe, updates as you go along. I'm pretty sure my personal best is better than that. Yeah, you can see my personal best going up right now. I'm competing against myself. And, well, I'm beating myself right now. Nice quiet moment going into the one last section. This is one of my favorite modes. It really is between this one and the one that's coming up after this one, the last one, because this one is cool and you're literally surfing your audio, and I love that they did that. And it's fun. To me, I think this is great fun. The other version is a clusterfuck, and that's fun too. Alright, here we go. Go back into second person, speeding up. Get a little bit of speed right now. Oh my god, we're getting the air, we're getting the air. Won't let me do it, won't let me do it. Won't let me do what I want to do! Ah, front flips. I don't have enough time. If you don't have enough time, it won't let you do anything. Ah. Oh, I can't even do a front flip. Oh, geez. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing this trick then. And here we are reaching the very, very end. Alright, so you can see my personal best just absolutely destroyed me. I did not do this version justice, except at like the very, very beginning. This version can be really cool and can be a lot of fun. There's supposed to be another huge jump right here that I just completely and utterly missed. I've scored upwards of 20,000 on a jump off of this one right here, and I screwed that one up. 10, 15, that's about right, but I missed a huge chunk right here. I really did. And another huge chunk right here. I didn't do it justice, but believe me, wakeboard grid is pretty cool. You can change it to wakeboard puzzle, get the old style Audiosurf 1 blocks, so you're not just collecting blocks, you're actually having to match blocks as you go, flying through the air. Not exactly easy. And of course, double vision, you can get that. Mono Classic, Mono Turbo, and tons of different modes. I think Point Man is on the Steam Workshop as well. But trust me, if you want it, you can get it. So the last one I'm going to show you guys is a 2-button game for 4 players. Up to 4 players. And we're going to show Sunset, because Sunset's cool. Again, Rupture. I'm going to bring it up another 5%, because I want to make sure this audio comes through for the game. Although, this version can be a little annoying with its audio, so 29 works. So we're going to play Rupture. And the controls are literally right there. Player 1 is up and down, player 2 is C and V, player 3 is J and K, and player 4 is O and P. Now, of course, you can play it with gamepad, solves your problem. But I'm going to be playing it with some special person sitting right next to me that shall remain unnamed and unvoiced. And that person is going to be using the up arrow and the down arrow. I'm going to be C and V. So here we go, zooming in. Alright, so I am the robot, and the other person is the girl flying through the air. So this is Audio Sprint. Ah! Come on. I have yet to figure out why it makes that weird sound. Scores in the top right. I also have to figure out why right now I'm in the front and sometimes I'm not in the front. But you can see we've played this once. And I'm not even kidding. We played this once before we're doing this. It's harder, or it's easier than it looks. Ah. You know, it's like, this is just, there's no other way to describe it. It's a clusterfuck. It really is. And what are you gonna do here? Okay, so yeah, blue is jump. If you haven't got that by now, blue is jump, orange is duck. So jump, you can fly through the air as long as you want. That was bad. And then duck. You see right now, I'm leading, but only just. Ah! At first I thought it was the leader appears closest to this front of the screen. But I've been the leader, and I've been behind. So I think, other than me completely screwing myself right now, I think it's whoever got hit last is the one that is... I am really screwing myself right now. Whoever got hit last is the one that's in the back. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, but we'll see. Ah! Okay, breathe. Fly! And fly again, and duck. So I'm leading, but I'm in the back. So I'm pretty sure it's whoever got hit last. That would make sense to me. Leet! I had leet for a score. So this right here, these modes that you've seen today really do exemplify what you can do with Audiosurf. I mean, come on, this is so different from actually surfing the audio, not to mention being able to use the colors from Audiosurf 1 and being able to use what they've built into Audiosurf 2 plus whatever's in the workshop. There's a huge amount of stuff you can do for Audiosurf 2. So really, I think it's worth it. It's worth $8 right now. $8 on the Steam store. It's on sale. Pick it up. Seriously, guys, if you think you might even be remotely interested in this game, or if you loved Audiosurf 1, if you liked DDR, for Pete's sake, they have a DDR mod in this game. I am not kidding you right now. I saw a DDR mod on the workshop. You know, pick this game up, check it out. It's pretty cool. And again, I have to thank Hamster Alliance. I can't thank them enough. I wouldn't be able to play these games for you guys without Hamster Alliance. Well, I could, but it'd be boring and that you would hear nothing but me talking. And where's the fun in that? You want to hear the music, right? Why don't you guys listen to the last 45 seconds of this without me yabbering in your ear. And that's GG. You can see it went from sunset to nighttime. I just broke 2,000. We both did better than we did the first time. I had like 1,800 and she had 1,500. Lola had 1,500. So, Robot wins again, but only just. And you can see I don't even make it on the top scores. Not even. But it's a pretty intense game. This is all you have for your options. Literally all you have for your options. But that's typical of Audiosurf. So, seriously, guys, check out this game. It's awesome. It's very busy, and you get if you don't own music, there are plenty of free songs you can play. This week we have Knife Party, or maybe today we have Knife Party. It's sponsored by SoundCloud. You know, if you get dethroned, if you're the champion, you get dethroned, boom, you know right there. You don't get that email anymore. You can challenge someone right back, and you can beat your friends live. Play them right then and there. And multiplayer modes that are available on the Steam Workshop, actually. So, I could sit here and praise Audiosurf 2 all day, but the fact of the matter is I think it's an awesome game, so go pick it up. I'm happy to talk about it in the comments. I'm happy to play with you guys and against you guys. If you see my score and you beat it, let me know, because I want to beat you back. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and I will see you on the leaderboards.